Good morning, students. How are you? Fine at your place? Good. Students, after so many days, I am here with you with lesson 3 of our second book. Name of the lesson is Plant Development, and earlier the name of the lesson was changed. Now it has been changed. The name of the lesson was Politics of Plant Development. You will find a chapter with this name, Politics of Plant Development, but now its name has been changed and its name is Plant Development. Students, you must know that whatever matter is given in your book related to this chapter, that is not in syllabus. As you know, that syllabus of political science for class 12 for the session 2020-2021 has been changed a lot, especially maximum chapters of this second book are having many changes. So in this chapter we have to focus on two topics only. One is Niti Aayog and another one is NDC, National Development Council. And these two topics are not given in your book. So students, you have to depend upon this e-lecture only, because you have to prepare the notes, and for preparing the notes you have to take the help of this e-lecture only. So we will focus only on two topics, because CBSE has sent these guidelines that we have to study only National Development Council and Niti Aayog. But I will give you some introduction about this chapter. Students, in 1947, when India got independence, at that time there were three challenges before India. One was, what was the first one? National integration, nation building, that was nation building. Second was establishment of democracy, and third was development of each and everyone. So when India got independence, it was very difficult for India to decide which path of development should India follow. Because at that time, Russian ideology was socialism, means existence of public sector only, and American ideology or Western countries, they were having capitalism, means existence of private sector only. Students, at that time, India decided to adopt mixed economy. Mixed economy means existence of both the sectors, public sector as well as private sector. So India decided to have both the sectors, means there will be private sector, there will be public sector also. But most of the industries at that time were in public sector, means under the control of government. Clear? Tertiary sector was also there, and this tertiary sector provides 60% of GDP. And as you know that India is a developing country and its speed of development is very fast. Earlier, India was known as agrarian country. Most of its GDP was based on agriculture, but now the role of tertiary sector is increasing as compared to the agriculture or primary sector. As I have told you, although India adopted mixed economy, but it was tilted towards public sector. Agriculture was in private sector, but other secondary sector was in in the hands of government, and it was responsible for providing employment, and it was also responsible for the revenue to the economy. And students, although India adopted mixed economy, but it has followed many things from USSR. In USSR, students, there was planned economy. Planned economy means for the development, 5-year plans were prepared there also. So India adopted this, and India started making 5-year plan. And for making 5-year plan, a planning commission was set up in India. Planning commission was set up in India, and head of the planning commission was, the chairman of the planning commission was the Prime Minister. Prime Minister used to be the head of planning commission. But now the name of planning commission has been changed, and now its name is Niti Aayog, that we will discuss further. India's economy had been recording a growth rate not greater than 5. This stagnant growth means the growth was not so high, and this was known as Hindu growth rate. In 1991-1992, when P.V. Narasimha Rao was the Prime Minister, at that time India adopted liberalization, privatization and globalization, means that LPG at that time. And now India's economy has a big growth now. Its rate of growth has increased a lot. And tertiary sector is the major source for the economic growth of India. More than 50% in Indian development growth comes from tertiary sector. India's population in 2014, it was near about 1.26 billion. And India saw the highest FDI inflow for new projects among all nations in the first half of 2015, beating USA and China. If we see the foreign exchange reserve of India, it was $330 billion in 2015. India exports top 5 sectors: engineering, petroleum, gems, jewelry, textile and pharmaceuticals. These are the major exports of India. So this was just introduction only. You are not supposed to prepare notes from this topic. You are not supposed to learn this topic. You have to learn from here, that is Niti Aayog. As I have told you that when India started its path of development, India had established a planning commission, and the idea of this planning we have taken from USSR. It was based on the socialist model. India adopted the path of planned development. This path of planned development was adopted by USSR. But in the era of globalization, when the economy of all the countries were depending upon each other, it became inefficient and irrelevant. Planning Commission was not working so efficiently. Especially the challenges of development were not being copied by Planning Commission. So, in 2014, when NDA government was formed under the leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, on that day, 15th August 2014, in his speech, Narendra Modi announced that from today the Planning Commission is being abolished. From today, Planning Commission is not in working. And in place of Planning Commission, Niti Aayog was constituted from 1st January 2015. And what was its objective? Its objective was to provide necessary and technical advice to the government for making the development policy, not for the central government but for state government also. Means at both the levels, what will be development policy, the advice will be given by Niti Aayog. The Prime Minister of India is the ex officio chairman of Niti Aayog, as this Prime Minister used to be the ex officio chairman of Planning Commission also. So, in presently, Narendra Modi is the ex officio chairman of Niti Aayog, and Prime Minister as ex officio chairman of Niti Aayog appoints the vice chairperson of Niti Aayog. The first vice chairperson of Niti Aayog was Mr. Arvind Pangaria. He was the first vice chairperson of Niti Aayog. Presently, Dr. Rajiv Kumar is the vice chairperson of Niti Aayog. And this Niti Aayog, what does it do? It provides framework of policy and program, and it acts as a think tank for the union government. Its approach is bottom up, and one very important thing that India is a federal country. So this Niti Aayog never given up idea of federalism. It tried to cooperate the features of federalism, means the central government and all the state governments must equally participate for equal development of all the states of India. Means there should be equal development of all the states of India. So students, that's all for today, and tomorrow we will meet again for the next topic, that is NDC. Till then, goodbye.